ito yung mga sasagutan natin today, and I will leave number 3 as an exercise for you to try on your own. So again, try nyo muna tong mga exercises na to. Tapos, kapag na-try nyo na and gusto nyo na malaman yung sagot, balikan nyo yung video na to. So first, we will evaluate the following integral, the triple integral of xyz dv over the solid G, where the solid G lies below the cylinder Z equals 1 minus x squared and is directly above the rectangle given by x from negative 1 to 0 and y from 0 to 2. So kapag graph natin siya, it looks like this. So, iikot ko lang siya para lang mas madaling makita. So, it looks something like that. Okay? And then, yung rectangle is, of course, your region R. Yung curved surface is z minus 1 minus x squared. Okay? So, we can look at this two ways. First, we can consider yung projection niya sa xy plane. And for that, we just take strips parallel to your z-axis. So, again, kapag pre-project sa xy plane, so pag tinignan niyo yung first figure from the top view, from the top view, rectangle siya, diba? So, you just have that. So, ang maganda dyan, easily taken care of na yung bounds niya for x and y. So, you just need to know yung bounds ni z. So, from your first figure, z will run from 0 to 1 minus x squared. Okay? Tapos yun yung gagamitin nating bounds for your integral. So, now writing your triple integral ng xyz dv. Dapat yan, I'm so sorry, may typo. Gawin nyo na lang dv over your solid G. So, again, pwede... So, now we have your double integral over R ng integral from 0 to 1 minus x squared. Again, kasi yung R nyo is xy, so yung natitira is with respect to z. So, yung pinakaloob nyo ay dz. So, you have integral from 0 to 1 minus x squared ng xyz, dz, tapos dA. And then, as for x and y, since pareho namang constants yung bounds nung lahat ng x and y, pwede nyo na lang actually i-interchange. So, kayo bahala kung gusto nyo dx dy or dy dx. For now, I'm gonna go with dy dx. So, we have from negative 1 to 0 ang x, and then from 0 to 2 ang y, and then si z again is from 0 to 1 minus x squared, and then this is xyz dz dy dx. And again, you just integrate as usual. So, first, your x and y are constant with respect to z, so that just becomes xy times z squared over 2, and you evaluate that from 0 to 1 minus x squared. So that's just 1 minus x squared over 2 minus 0 squared over 2. So that's just xy times 1 minus x squared over 2. Okay? And then next, you integrate next with respect to y. And x times yung 1 minus x squared over 2 is constant with respect to y. So that just becomes y squared over 2. And you evaluate that from 0 to 2. And that just becomes 2 squared over 2 minus 0 over 2. So, that's just 2 squared over 2. And then, times yung 2 pa doon, magka-cancel silang lahat. So, you're just left with x times 1 minus x squared dx. And again, this is just your usual integral. So, you can do this two ways. Pwede ka actually kayo mag-substitution, pero feel ko mag-expand. Wala lang. So, expanding that, we have 1 minus 2x squared plus x to the 4th. And then, saksak si x, we have x minus 2x cubed plus x to the 5. And then, you integrate that from negative 1 to 0. So, that just becomes x squared over 2 minus 2x to the 4 over 4 plus x to the 6 over 6 evaluated from negative 1 to 0. So, that's just 0 minus the whole thing. Saksak si minus 1, you have 1 half minus 1 half plus 1 6, and this is just negative 1 6. Okay? Alternatively, pwede rin nating tingnan yung projection niya sa xz axis, no? So you can think of this as a solid G. Tapos, cut siya by the planes y equals 0, which is your xz-axis, and the plane now y equals 2. So, pwede niyo siyang tingnan as an xz solid. So, kapag kinuha natin yung projection niya sa xz plane, ang lalabas ay ito. No? And again, your z will be running from 0 to 1 minus x squared. So when you do that, mag-interchange lang more or less yung y and z. So rewriting the triple integral using that projection, we have double integral over r ng yung value ng y ay from 0 to 2. No? Ng xyz dy dA. And then dA, again, pinaka-convenient, yung pinakalabas ay yung puro constant. So you have dz dx. Maganda. And this should give you the same answer lang as kanina. This should also be 1/6. So for our next example, we will evaluate the following triple integral. We have the triple integral over g ng x dv, where your solid g is bounded by the following surfaces. Y plus z equals 4, y equals 4 minus x squared, y equals 0, and z equals 0. So kapag green enough, it looks something like this. So yung blue ay yung y plus z equals 4. Yung pink ay yung y equals 4 minus x squared. And then, drinawin ko lang yung dilaw. Yun lang yung intersection nila. Okay? So, ikot ko lang para mas madaling makita. So, kapag inikot, it looks something like that. Again, yung blue na surface sa taas, that's y plus z equals 4. And then, yung pink ay yung y equals 4 minus x squared. So, for this, we can look at the projection niya sa xy plane. So, when we take this projection, we will take strips that are parallel to your z-axis. And from there, we can see na your z will take on values from 0 to, saan siya tatama? Tatama siya dun sa blue na plane, which is y plus z equals 4. So, z will be equal to 4 minus y. So, looking now at the projection sa xy plane, we have this, no? So, with this projection, we have x will have values running from -2 to 2, no? And then note again, this is y equals 4 minus x squared. So, we'll run from 0 to 4 minus x squared. And then we have x, we have y. So, for z, ang gagamitin natin is itong nasa taas, which is, again, z will run from 0 to kung saan siya tatama dun sa blue, sa 4 minus y. Okay? So now, we're writing yung integral natin. So we have the triple integral over g ng x dv. We have, again, this is g. First, double integral over r, where this is r. Tapos, yung pinakaloob natin is y. So again, z will run from 0 to 4 minus y. Tapos x dz dv. And then, si r from kanina, x will be from -2 to 2, y will be from 0 to 4 minus x squared, and then z will be again from 0 to 4 minus y, x dz, and then you have dy dx. And then, now we just evaluate as usual. So this is xz from 0 to 4 minus y, dy dx. Saksak si 4. So this would be x times 4 minus y. Distribute ko na agad para tipid sa space. So we have 4x minus xy this time dy dx. And then with respect to y, this is 4xy minus xy squared over 2. Evaluated from 0 to 4 minus x squared. Tapos, dx na lang ito na. So, this is just 4x times 4 minus x squared minus x over 2 times 4 minus x squared and then dx. So, just simplify, expand and simplify.
16x minus 4x cubed minus x over 2. This is 16 minus 8x squared plus x to the fourth and dx. Distributing that further, we have 16x minus 4x cubed. So, 8x plus 4x cubed minus x to the 5 over 2. Then makakancel yung 4x cubed.
2 hours later.
So, you have left, ano na lang, 16 minus 8, 8x minus x to the 5 over 2 dx. This is just 4x squared minus x to the 6 over 2 times 6, no? Okay, and then you evaluate this from -2 to 2. So that is just, you have 4 times 2 squared minus 2 to the 6 over 2 times 6 minus 4 times negative 2 squared minus negative 2 to the 6 over 2 times 6. So, diba, so even lahat yung powers. So, ito ay positive, ito ay magiging positive, tapos magka-cancel lang silang lahat. And then you get 0. Okay lang yan. Okay? That is our final answer. So for our last example, we need to find the volume of the solid above the xy plane that is bounded by the following planes: x plus y plus z equals 1, and x minus y plus z equals 1, and as well as the yz plane. So kapag drawing natin yung solid na yan, it looks something like this. Okay? So yung pink, yan yung x plus y plus z equals 1. Yung blue, yung x minus y plus z equals 1. Yung dilaw ay kung saan sila nag-intersect. And also, madali lang naman i-check. You just check the intercepts. So, first, pwede natin tingnan yung projection niya sa xy plane. Pero, ano itsura ng projection niya sa xy plane? It looks something like this. So, again, yung pink na triangle will correspond to x plus y plus z equals 1. And yung blue na triangle will correspond to x minus y plus z equals 1. So, let's call these R1 and R2 respectively. So, yung borders niyan, yung line sa taas ay x plus y equals 1. And yung line sa baba ay x minus y equals 1. So, just plug in z equals 0 to get yung lines, no? So, with this projection, we can take x values from 0 to 1. And then, for region 1, we have y will run from 0 to, if x plus y equals 1, then you have y should be equal to 1 minus x. Similarly, for R2, so mag-start siya sa baba. Ang baba ay x minus y equals 1. So, y should start from x minus 1. And then, papuntang 0. So, again, recall the formula for volume of a solid. That's just the triple integral of dv over your solid g. Na? So, now, we will rewrite this triple integral. So, dahil ganyan yung itsura ng projection, kailangan nating hatiin. We have first the double integral over R1 and then another double integral over R2. And then, ano yung magiging bounds for dz for each? So, over R1, you have x plus y plus z equals 1. So, z should be equal to 1 minus x minus y. So, over R1, you have z will run from 0 to 1 minus x minus y. Now, for R2, ganun din. So, dahil sa R2, galing siya sa x minus y plus z equals 1, z should be equal to 1 minus x plus y naman. So, for R2, z will run from 0 to 1 minus x plus y. Okay? So, let's call the first integral a and the second integral b. So, for integral a, we have, again, this integral. So, rewrite lang natin yung R1. So, convenient to use x running from 0 to 1. So, yun yung outermost. And then after that, y will run from 0 to, if x plus y equals 1, you have y equals 1 minus x. So, you have integral from 0 to 1 minus x. And then just integral from 0 to 1 minus x minus y ng dz. And then you have dy dx. Alright? So, let's just solve for this integral. So, you just have z evaluated from 0 to 1 minus x minus y, which is just 1 minus x minus y. Now, integrating with respect to y, we have y minus xy minus y squared over 2, evaluated from 0 to 1 minus x dx. And plugging in, you just have 1 minus x times 1 minus x minus 1 minus x squared over 2. Okay? And now, this is just your regular integral in terms of one variable. So, okay, bahala. Pwede expand. This is factoring by grouping. So, you have 1 minus x times 1 minus x minus 1 half times 1 minus x. Simplifying further, that just becomes 1 minus x times 1 half minus x over 2. So, you just have, nilabas ko lang yung 1 half para mas madali. So, this is just 1 half the integral from 0 to 1 ng 1 minus x squared dx, which we just expand. Actually, pwede pala mag-use sub, pero okay na yan. No? So, you just have 1 half times after integrating x minus x squared plus x cubed over 3, which you evaluate from 0 to 1. And then, so lahat naman may x. So, yung lahat ng 0, ano daw? Ayoko na. Oh my God, it's 4:30 a.m. No? So, you just have 1 minus 1 plus 1/3. Tas lahat 0, so minus 0. So, you just have 1/2 times 1/3, which is just 1/6. Okay? So, that's the first integral. Now, for the integral b, again, ganun lang din more or less yung process. So, you just have over R2. For over R2, ingat lang tayo. So, you have, again, x will run from 0 to 1. So, for y, we have, again, ingat kayo dyan, no? Ang taas, yung taas na value ng y for R2 is 0. And then, 0, bababa siya to x minus y equals 1. So, recall that lang from double integral. So, you have x minus 1 to 0. Kasi ang nasa taas ay c, y equals 0. Okay? Sin lang. And then, the same lang yun sa loob. You have integral from 0 to 1 minus x plus y dz. And then, you have dy dx. And then, ganun lang din. You just perform the integration for this. So, I'll just gloss over this part. Kasi halos pareho lang siya ng magiging integration process dun sa naunang integral. And then, finally, pagdating dito sa, in terms of x na lang, so you have, final answer for this is also actually 1/6. So, therefore, you have the volume ng A and volume ng B. So, yung total volume ng buong solid, you have 1/6 plus 1/6, which is 2/6 or 1/3. Okay? So, alternatively, pwede rin natin tingnan yung projection niya sa XZ-plane instead, no? So, that would be yung dilaw na triangle sa gitna, kung saan sila nag-intersect. And it will look something like this. So, again, that's just the line x plus z equals 1. So, you can solve for that analytically, or note na lang na 2 points on the line are z equals 1 and x equals 1, no? And then just make the equation from there. So, with this projection, x will take values from 0 to 1, and z can take values from 0 to, if x plus equals 1, then z should be equal to 1 minus x. Okay? So, again, kung x yung projection, kailangan natin yung pinakaloob na y. So, ano yung magiging values ng y? Yung convention na right minus left will apply. So, yung rightmost ay x plus y plus z equals 1. So, y will be equal to 1 minus x minus z. And similarly, yung sa pa-left niya is the plane x minus y plus z equals 1. So, y will be equal to x plus z minus 1. So, now, taking the volume, we have, so again, double integral over your region R, which is your triangle. And then, yung bounds for y, kasi y yung pinakaloob. Again, yung upper limit niya yung nasa right, which is 1 minus x minus z. And yung lower limit niya yung nasa left, which is x plus z minus 1. Okay? And then, for the region R, similar lang sa kanina, x will be from 0 to 1. And then, si z naman will be from 0 to 1 minus x. And then, copy lang yung taas. Okay? So, I leave this to you to solve on your own. Eventually, you should also end up with 1/3. So, if you have any questions sa lecture from yesterday or sa discussion today, don't hesitate to contact your teacher. So, that just becomes x times 4 minus y. Oh my God! Ikaw na lang. So, that just becomes... Okay. So, that just becomes... Oh my God!